So, I'd like to welcome you guys over to MechWarrior 2 NetMech, which I haven't done for a long time because I really got all burned out and stuff. Uh,
Hello.
hey.
Just to be sure, if I change my graphic settings, it's not going to interfere with the DOSBox settings, right?
I
We're
don't,
still going to be able to work.
I don't think so. This whole game is in 4 to 3 for the most part. Well, except if you pick like 320 by 200, which is about 16 to 10, but that's not gonna hurt as much. I mean, you can force DOSBox to take a fixed resolution setting. I know I've done that with mine sometimes.
Okay. Well, it's just because the default settings that came with the installer, it had a whole full screen 16:9, so I was trying to crop it down to 4:3.
Yeah, what
But I
I
use my
typically
default
do, I
settings
always
from
just
my Merc.
I just set it to window mode. Well, it also helps whenever I'm setting on streaming. All right, so this one is gonna be okay. Just stock summoners. Don't get me wrong. I think the summoner is kind of a decent mech, but in Mech 2, oh my god, it is bad.
So we have to use, everybody's using stock summoners.
Yes.
I'm just trying to find it.
Yeah, I like the mech in some other installments, but in this one, the hitboxes are pretty freaking bad. As in, say like you're holding up your body and your sides also count as the back. That is the single biggest complaint I have about it. Three and four, it's fine, but here, ugh. Sometimes I'm just convinced that the hitboxes weren't drawn correctly for some mechs. Frighteningly so for a lot of them.
Personally, I just remember two things mainly from MechWarrior 2 Mercs: Infinite Flight and Pulse Laser that destroy entire lenses.
Some of these builds are kind of funny. Gauze, SMR6, and large pulse.
Yeah.
That's all config A.
Oh, some of them are pretty bad in online. Well, unless you use like some of the OmniMech systems, but that's mostly for like limbs and stuff. I mean, you could change torsos, but it's not going to be the same mech when all is said and done.
By the way, are we all in the same team against the AI?
No, there's no AI in this one. It's we just go kill each other.
Okay. Just don't remember the controls that I haven't played in a few months.
You use the numpad. You have a full keyboard, right?
Yeah, I don't remember like the numbers or the throttle, backspace, switch to reverse and forward. Just have to remember all the finicky details like changing targets and weapon group.
Q is to target under reticle. I turn the radar off just so if we're in a hurry, then or it's like a pretty bad map, then I'll turn the radar on. But this place we're at, Ramzo, it's one of the starter maps, so we shouldn't have a hard time finding each other. But yeah, it's usually like press E to target an enemy, but since radar's off, press Q to target whatever's under your reticle. And then and then C turns on the camera. Use control arrow keys or.
Oh shit, are you guys ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Oh shit, sorry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Just realized I had to click on dropship and then check your statuses.
Yeah, it looks like we have a fourth person joining us.
Potential 2v2.
Yo.
Yeah. Oh, we're back to NetMech after like a month or two for me getting burned out of it.
So we're still having a battle royal.
Yeah, we'll still do.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I turned a regen on as we normally do, and usually what I like to do for points is X amount of players times 2 minus 1. So there's 4 of us, so 7 points.
Okay. So what is regen?
Regeneration. So when you die, you can get back up. It's how we do.
Oh, okay. So it's like responding. Okay.
Yeah. And then if you want to check the scoreboard, you press the function 12 key twice.
F what?
F12.
Okay.
Press it twice. First time will just show you objectives. Doesn't matter. It's all kill each other here. But press it twice, you'll get the scoreboard.
By the way, does the cockpit resolution matter?
Depends on what you want to play the game at. How powerful is your system? I just kind of need to get a bead.
Well, I'd say like the 640 is playable, 1024 is choppy. Because I assume this thing is not a hardware accelerated.
Not as much as I admit. Usually, you have a discrete graphics system on your system.
Well, I mean, my laptop's video card is a GeForce, but I mean, the game itself was never intended to use 3D accelerators, right?
Not that I'm aware of. Normally, what I do for rendering on DOSBox is that I don't use Surface or DirectDraw. I tend to use OpenGL because I have a card that can handle it.
Yes, whoops. So I joined, but then they dropped right out.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know how much the processor would allow me to push the cycles up to.
How fast is it?
If I had like an i7 with 4.2 gigs, would it help DOSBox run a faster resolution?
I have a Pentium G series. It's a dual core, but I can run it in 1024. But again, I'm putting most of the burden on my graphics card. It's a GTX 960.
Because basically, I have a laptop i7 that runs up to 3.3 gigs.
You should be able to run in 1024, barring some other factor I'm not considering.
Yeah, like I said, I remember being able to run it that high, but the game was kind of choppy.
Sorry, your CPU, what is the clock again?
3.3.
So how many cores does it have?
Well, it's a quad core.
Yeah, Mech 2 is not as demanding as Mercenaries is. I know Mercs is an absolute pain in the ass no matter the platform.
Yeah, it looks like if you're using OpenGL, you should be good running at 1024.
Yeah, that's what I do too. I use OpenGL at 1024. Works well for both a regular Mech 2 and Ghostbear's Legacy, but yeah, Mercs is just painful.
Exactly how much does running using the GPU help at all? Like,
I don't think I can come up with the hard numbers for you, but I can tell you for sure, like, in terms of like streaming, yeah, my processor just kept griping and complaining and putting on the graphics card. I don't get like blown encoding.
Visibility 500 meters.
Alright, so we're all in. Oh yeah, and if you want to chat, press the B key. Okay, alright, I guess Tractor just wants to shoot me, so, yeah, everyone, just go shoot each other, have fun, go, 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 go. Did we all just take Summoner Bs? Okay, one of you took an A, I can tell that.
Heat level critical.
I can tell one of you is behind me, I have the rear view camera on.
Heat level critical.
What's the key to center torso to my current sight?
To center your torso with your legs, press numpad 5.
Critical hit SRM. Critical hit. Weapon destroyed. Critical hit.
I guess make my legs turn towards my current heading.
Arm. Critical hit. Internal ammo explosion detected. Heat level.
I never use that key. Either that or I'm not sure the. Yeah, typically we always use torso to align with legs.
This thing doesn't have zoom, does it?
You can use zoom with the Z key. Press Shift Z to revert back.
Critical hit. Medium. Pulse. Laser. Critical hit. Weapon.
Okay, so I can tell one of you took the A and one of you also took Prime. Press F6 to change your health meter to the bar chart. It'll help you figure out where you're systematically weak at. And I believe F7 is your rear view camera.
Heat level critical. Enemy mech destroyed.
Please
Somebody shot me in the ass.
Yep, please turn on your rear view camera, please.
Enemy power up detected. Heat level critical.
And one thing about the LRMs in this game, you absolutely do not need to have them locked on to fire. I know some other games do that, because I know 3 you are going to wildly miss, and online the thing will not fire at all.
Detected. Enemy mech destroyed.
Okay, I can admit that was a dick move on my part.
Enemy power up detected.
And to turn on wireframe mode, press W, and to turn on night vision, press L. Wireframe mode will not give out on you if your systems are damaged, but night vision will. I kind of don't understand why.
Heat level critical. Shutdown sequence initiated. Critical hit. Medium. Pulse. Laser. Critical hit. Weapon destroyed. Shutdown sequence overridden. Critical hit. Engine. Critical hit. Gyro. Critical hit. Gyro. Critical hit. Engine. External camera engaged. Critical hit. Leg. Critical hit. Jump jet. Exhaust port. Critical hit. Leg.
What other keys am I forgetting? Function 8 is the down key, so if you want to use jump jets and pounce on someone, that'll help. And Function 9 is your missile camera. And I forgot there's a little quirk in Mech 2. Don't be too LRM happy in some maps, or at least in general in this game, because there's a limit on how many missiles can be rendered in-game at once.
Critical hit, critical hit, missile, critical hit, it's critical hit, you're fine.
Enemy mech destroyed. Heat level critical.
Oh, have mercy.
Enemy power up.
No, the power of backstabbing compels me to kill you.
Critical. Shutdown sequence initiated. Enemy
That is if the
power up.
overheat gods don't get to me first. Okay, I admit this is completely unfair on my part.
Image enhancement engaged. Light amplification engaged. Image enhancement engaged. Enemy power up detected. Enemy mech destroyed. Enemy power up detected.
Vent, you awake or something, or...
Enemy mech destroyed.
Ah. Well, I did say first to 7, and I did reach that.
Enemy
Good game.
power up detected.
Oh yeah, if you...
Enemy mech destroyed.
Oh yeah, to leave a press
Enemy
control Q.
mech destroyed.
I just want to try a team game
Enemy
or some
mech
type. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, we can
As
do a little
they
2
would
on
try.
2. Depends, which venue do you guys want to go to?
Does anyone try running MechWarrior 2 with like the SVN builds of DOSBox?
Wait, I actually got a kill. What?
I don't think I have. It's like, we've mostly just done like everything on like DOSBox 0.72 or 0.74. Let's do a little 2 on 2. You guys care about which factions you guys want to play as, or no?
Doesn't matter at all.
Okay. Let's see. What's a...
Because some of those SVN builds actually have built-in VSync utility. So that could solve potential problems with frame rate and such in MechWarrior 2.
Yeah, it's like my old 2004 system could run this pretty well. My 2012 crap top could run this pretty well, and my tower could run this pretty well. And I have not had very good experiences with vertical syncing, so let's do Cars. Let's do the classic Wolves versus Falcons. No, wait. I feel tempted, like, every time we do something, it's like I always make a stupid football reference, so let's do Falcons versus Bears. Okay, You guys want to run with a different class this time rather than stocks?
Definitely.
Like laser boats?
One is fine.
Okay. Let's do laser boat. Since we're doing a 2-on-2,
So I have to pick something with nothing but lasers.
yeah. Typically, we have a couple of class restrictions on our Discord page. I do have the class rules. Well, they're taken from like old. They're taken like from old league rules from like 20 years ago. So, someone leaving? Yeah, typically it's like the first class one's mostly energy weapons only. So lasers, PPCs, flamers are fair game. 2 is all stocks. No one ever really uses 3, and I never understood what the point of that one was. It was like some finagling with stock mechs, but I never understood the verbiage behind it. 4, we kind of have limits on. 4 and 5 are limits on missiles and ballistic weapons. Well, just missiles and autocannons. Gausses and machine guns are fair game. And then 6 was. Then we had pretty much a free whatever you wanted to throw. I think Hunter just left. You guys just want to change this into something else?
Well, I said got it answered real quick. I assume he's going to be back.
Hope he's back, but I'm guessing in the meantime, you guys want to wait another 5 minutes, or?
Yeah, we can wait. I'm up and waving a little bit.
Alright. Yeah. Yeah. One thing that's also kind of striking is that some of these maps have also been reused in Ghost Bear's Legacy. Well, one I can name for sure. Sure, I don't know about some of the rest.
I wonder if you make like a custom mech in single player, can you use it in multiplayer?
Yes, that's perfectly fine. Just make sure that when you do it, though, it's like, yeah, Mech 2 specific builds are only good for NetMech. Unfortunately, we do not have a multiplayer component for Ghost Bear's Legacy, which is kind of a shame, though. I really would have liked to, tried my hand at, playing a Stone Rhino or something like that. And anything from Mercs stays explicitly with Mercs. Because, with Mech 2, the weapon cap was 10. For Ghost Bear's Legacy on, it turned into 14. 14 weapons in Ghost Bear's Legacy. Mercs would stop you if you tried to go above 14 weapons, and I believe MechWarrior 3 also had a 14 weapon cap. But I think for like some other, I don't know about 4, but I know like Mech Commander, it's like you could cram as many weapons as you want as long as it fit the payload constraints.
I think the last time I tried running 14 weapons was when I tried to do an all flamer build, and then I alpha strike them.
Huh.
It was because of how flamers apply heat in this game. It basically stacked up my heat so quickly that the mech just immediately exploded.
Yeah, one of our community leads did Ghost Bear's Legacy in a fire moth, and he mostly adopted using 3 flamers. Yeah, I never managed to use flamers efficiently. I was always like an Inferno SRM guy. Well, unless I had to run into a Hellbringer because they had anti-missile systems, and Yeah, good luck trying to sneak Inferno SRMs past them. I'm guessing everyone left. So, oh, we're all back at the lounge. I'm guessing let's just try. Let's just move on. What's another good venue we usually play at? No, Kraus.
There's Honor.
Let's do this one. Time in the cold. It'll still be just energy boats, but you know, it's open tonnage.
I'm gonna run an elemental.
Does not fit an energy boat description, but I don't think.
I could just pretend my machine gun is.
Yeah, or you could just press K to dump all the ammo. I believe there were some custom elemental builds. Well, unfortunately, Mech 2 doesn't play nice with them. I want to believe that Mercenaries has some custom ones. Hang on, I got a call. Yeah, it's just a crank caller. I want to say MechWarrior 3 also has some custom elementals also. Maybe.
Have you guys ever played MechWarrior 4?
I have not played 4.
Well, what I can say basically was they moved away from the freeform custom building.
Yeah, that was one of the complaints I heard about the fixed hardpoint system.
Well, some of the hardpoints were dedicated to a weapon type, so like only ballistics, only missiles, or only energy.
Yeah, I think the other complaint I heard was that, like in MechWarrior 3, it was just large lasers trump everything. It's like PPCs and gases. Who needs them?
Well, it's because lasers are like hit scan.
Yeah, that was the same case in 3 also, except that 3 kind of dissuaded you from going all mass laser boating. Sorry, Nova fans, or Blackhawks, whatever terminology you want to use for it. It was like, oh yeah, sweet, 12 ER medium lasers. Well, nope, the Mech 3 kind of stuck to the canonical heat cap of 30, and if you were above 25, yeah, good luck with that. Or, no. If your heat level was at 20, was like north of 20, and you weren't standing in water.
And also, I think pulse the way they worked pulse lasers, they were basically useless.
In
Because
3
they're like
or
rapid
4.
fire, but solo damage. They were basically like the auto cannon.
Because I know, like in 3, they definitely advocated the use of ballistics in that game. Because, you know, it's like you started off with about 800 to 1,000 rounds of AC-10 ammo to begin the game.
1,000 rounds of AC-10 loaded on a mech.
Yeah. Although, granted, it's like you started off with a bushwhacker, and it's like, yeah, it's like your main weapon is the AC-10. It's like if you're not putting like 30 to 40 rounds in it, then what are you doing? It pretty much was like the entire bread and butter weapon for like the first 2 acts. And one time, for one of my wingmen in that game, I gave him an Annihilator with 2 AC-10s with 80 rounds of ammo, along with 2 Clan ER PPCs. He basically did everything I needed him to do, which was just tank other heavy mechs. But I'm going. Eventually, I lost it. I'm going. Oh, shame. Shame though, because they actually did a lot. Of course, that was after I lost Alan Matilla's Sunder, because one thing I didn't like about Mech 3 was the auto-allocate armor, which gave it a 50-50 split instead of 80-20. I'm going, oh, that's no wonder why I lost the AC-20 Sunder. I'm like, how did I lose the Sunder? I'm like, oh. It sucked. Because how did that happen? Oh yeah, I gave him Clan Pharaoh Fibrous armor, that's why. And I forget. And it doesn't allocate armor right off the bat, or either that or I just deallocated and reallocated everything when all was said and done. Oh yeah, we're just waiting on you.
Jesus Christ, I need to remember. Shit.
Yeah, it's
Sorry
too bad we
about
don't
that.
have like a buzzer or a banner option for.
Don't be afraid to remind me, because I keep forgetting to click on dropship because I can see it already stated.
Amplification engaged.
Okay. Well, deadly lasers are deadly lasers, so I wish I could play the Alan Parsons Project where I can just say, "Fire the laser!" But, unfortunately, due to copyright laws, I can't just play the Alan Parsons Project out loud. Alright, let's just go. Oh yeah, and the / key is to change between chain and group fire. I think everyone knows that. Alright, good hunting.
Image enhancement engaged. Light amplification engaged. Image enhancement engaged. Heat level critical. Shutdown sequence initiated. Shutdown sequence overridden.
Oh, this is just fun. Just gang up on the bird, will ya?
Shutdown sequence initiated. Shutdown sequence overridden. Enemy mech destroyed. Heat level critical. Shutdown sequence initiated. Shutdown sequence overridden. Enemy power-up detected.
Okay, you got me there.
Critical hit. Heat sink. Critical hit. Jump jet exhaust port. Critical hit. Engine. Enemy mech destroyed.
I'm guessing you're piloting the stock Marauder then?
Doesn't matter.
Image enhancement.
I can tell by the weapons load sometimes.
Enemy power-up detected. level critical. Enemy mech destroyed. Enemy mech destroyed. Shutdown sequence initiated. Shutdown sequence overridden. External camera engaged. Enemy power-up detected. Enemy power-up detected. External camera engaged. Image enhancement engaged. Light amplification engaged. External camera engaged. Enemy mech destroyed. Enemy power-up detected. Critical hit on. Heat level critical. Shutdown sequence initiated. Shutdown sequence overridden. Critical hit leg. Critical hit arm. Critical hit weapon destroyed. Critical hit heat sink. Critical hit leg. Critical hit engine. Critical hit engine. Critical hit gyro. Enemy mech destroyed. Enemy power-up
We going to?
heat level critical. Enemy mech destroyed.
Critical hit. Critical hit. Leg. Critical hit. Leg.
Yeah, there are a lot of critical hit warnings when you die in multiplayer.
Heat level critical. Shutdown sequence initiated. Critical hit engine. Critical hit heat sink. Critical hit jump jet exhaust port. Critical hit arm.
Now you see how my 31 double heat sinks count for absolutely nothing. Critical hit gyro. Oh, event, you're at 6 already.
Going to 7?
I thought I said 6 earlier when we started, but
Alright, I guess we call it then, unless you guys want to keep on fighting.
yeah, I guess we can call it.
Enemy mech destroyed. Heat level
That was all
critical.
about the man. This one. Timberwolf, just
Critical hit.
with the
Heat
combination of
sink.
speed and
Shutdown
torso
sequence
power.
initiated. Critical hit. Engine. Critical hit. Heat sink. Enemy mech
Oh, at
destroyed.
least I got a few kills. Could be worse.
Yeah.
Woohoo! I'm not the worst. Small victories.
Yeah, well, I kind of deserved that after that big session of backstab. That's one of the bigger complaints I usually have about NetMech. It's like usually some other matches, it just becomes an entire backstabber who can gang up and score the last shot fast.
Yeah, that goes against the code of honor of the clans.
Yeah, or could be worse. You could try free space, where their criterion for scoring an assist or a kill is based on the percentage of damage you do to a hostile ship's hull. As far as I'm aware, what was it in that game? I want to say it was 20% damage to score an assist, and you needed to do at least 40% damage to record a kill. I might have to check again, but yeah, could be worse. Yeah, definitely. It's like he who scores the last laugh gets the point.
Very good. Is it possible to fight the AI on NetMech?
No. There's none of us really spend the time to make bots for this game. There's no AI option here. If you really want to stress test your mechs, then you could use the single player trial of grievance mode to stress test your mech sometimes. Usually what I like to do is how long can it last against 5 waves of 3 assault mechs? And sometimes I like to fine tune those mechs. Say put it under some ridiculous conditions. Say for armor, just how much can I withstand getting shot by a big barrage of large pulse lasers or some other weapons? Yeah, the AI in Mech 2 does not know how to group fire. It's you're better off just giving them a random hodgepodge of weapons, because at least they know how to chain fire efficiently. Because in Mech 2, you're only allowed 3 weapons groups. Mercs, you're allowed 5.
Unless you build an AI mech that uses something like an autocannon 20, because that thing has a lot of focus damage.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of autocannons in this game. Less so in Mercs, but I'm not a big fan of autocannons here compared to 3. I have always had crappy luck with them. Mostly because the autocannons in here fire twice, and sometimes the second shot will not count, because it has to do something with the timing between damage animations. But yeah, it's
fair, even in regular tabletop, they're not popular.
Yeah. In Mech 3, though, yeah, autocannons are pretty good. Well, ditch the AC2s, they're a waste of space, but definitely the 5s, 10s, and 20s are absolutely worth it. Yeah, they do give you 1,000 rounds of AC-10 ammo to start for a reason. Because, it'll be a long while until you can get some really sweet clan tech. I think, yeah, because one time I was playing MechWarrior 3, this was about 6 or 7, no, this was about 8 years ago, when you have that mission where you have a friendly catapult and you have to tag a gate where he can launch Arrow 4 missiles at it. Well, unfortunately, the tag drop was bugged, so I was like, and there was an Annihilator in the way. I'm going, oh crap. I was in a 6 LRM-5 Vulture, and I had a trio of regular medium lasers, and I just keep panicking because this Annihilator keeps charging me. I'm like going, oh crap, I'm going to run out of ammo. It's like, I did put a dent in him. I ran out. I had to run back to my mobile field base to get whatever ammunition I had left. Then I was like, okay, I finally destroyed the Annihilator. And thankfully I had enough ammo left for the turrets, because I'm going, what can I do now? But yeah, that was just basically a big masterclass in how I burnt a whole lot of LRM-5 ammo.
I think it was one mission in Mercs that I never really managed to beat. Was that like the special mission where you're it's like in the earlier games where you're too poor to buy better mechs and you're still stuck with a commando, and then you have to do a mission where you get attacked by an Atlas, and if you win it, you get to recruit a AA+ pilot.
Yeah, I don't think I've done that one.
Yeah, it's not a campaign mission. It's like a regular mission, but it's one that goes bad or something.
Is it like one of those little 1-month detachments?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like it.
So I haven't done the camping mode in a while. At best, I finished when I got the game on an abandonware. At best, I did the arcade mode, get back in the game, but to get back in the heat of things. But I never replayed the actual camp.
Yeah. Yeah, funny story between like MechWarrior 2 Mercenaries and 3. Yeah, it's like when I was 15 or 16, I played them for the first time and tried to get as far as the campaign as I could. But it's like for both games, there was always a certain mission that kept crashing on me repeatedly. And it pissed me off. And it wasn't until about 3 years later when miraculously the missions worked and I was able to finish those campaigns. Or I think my timeline of events is getting messed up. I think 3 years was a little bit too far. I want to say, yeah, 3 years is over exaggerating it, and it's just plain wrong. I want to say 6 months later. And I was like, I am not squandering this chance. I am going to beat this campaign like now. And I did. Of course, I didn't have a really reliable image of Mercs back then. I do now, so I can play the campaign front to back if I want. I don't think I've played the Mercs campaign under stock settings, though. I've always played in commander mode. I think a stock mode fixes the storyline for you. Or at least gives you, the canonical path, I believe. And it's like they just give you like a bunch of pre-made mechs to play with. You don't get to fully customize like you would in commander mode. Anyway, I think I'm done rambling for the night, so anything else you guys want to say?
Well, thanks for letting me try the game.
Yeah, sure thing. It's always nice to bring people back into the MechWarrior fold. Although, I wish I could do the same thing for heavy gear, but bad chance with that. Alright. Well, thanks for coming by, and for those of you guys who are watching, thanks for coming by. I'll see you guys next time.